Well, today I thought I would kind of give you my first impressions of the IKamper 3.0 Mini now that I've actually had a chance to get it out and use it a little bit. So I just kind of thought I'd go over some of the things, just some of my first impressions and what I thought about it. So the one I got, I think it's called Rocky Black finish on the outside. So it's kind of a matte black, but it's almost like, which kind of got that bumpy texture like you put in like a bed liner or some other powder coating. You can get that bumpy texture. The reason I went with that, the other one's kind of a black shiny, and I figured that this just wouldn't show scratches or it looked nicer, longer. It just wouldn't show a lot of the stuff that maybe that shiny black would. So that I really like about it. That's a good feature I think that they made available. So that's kind of on the outside. That's kind of, I guess, covers pretty much the outside. Maybe we'll go ahead and throw the tent up and kind of talk about some of the other things. So we got the tent opened up now. Just some of the things I noticed right off after getting it, and some of it I noticed right off, and some of it noticed after I got a chance to go camping in it. One of the first things is how fast it sets up. That's really nice. My other rooftop tent takes a lot longer. So I really like that. It's really fast to set it up and to take it down, which is really nice when it's cold, but it's nice in general. The fabric seems, it's really, really durable. A couple of the features that I kind of noticed, well, just inside the door, you've got the posts or the poles for the front awning, and then you got the side deals that will come out, and you have a bar, so you kind of have a little shade shelter there. They're all just right as you're going inside the entry of the tent. There's a little place there that's sewn in that keeps all your poles, and it keeps it all right there. It makes it really nice. Keeps everything organized. So I like that. Some of the other things I like, one of the things I really like that I noticed is after sleeping in it and being really cold, my other tent, you get quite a bit of condensation, and when it's cold it freezes, and we had the whole inside covered in ice, and then when you turn the little heater on to warm up so you can get up and get going, it kind of drips on you. Not very cool. So this one, that's one of the first things I noticed when I woke up in the morning. I looked around, there's no condensation. Which to me is a big bonus. I really like that. I think the reason there's no condensation is they have a fabric inside. So I think that's probably why there's not, but yeah, there's no condensation. There's a couple drips on the bar, but other than that, there was none. The only place I saw condensation was on the outside, like the flaps. There's some on there, and then the awning outside of the tent, there's condensation on that, but that's all right. It's not on the inside. So that's one thing I really noticed and I really like. As far as the mat seems pretty soft. I did use my other mat like I did my other one and threw it down there, and I was really comfortable. I'll have to try it without the mat. Yeah, I'll have to try that down the way. So let's see, and what else is there? So one of the things I like is the little awnings that you fold out, that you can actually put the little bars to hold it up. You can leave them down, they zip down. Or you can unzip it and you can actually have a drawstring and you just pull on it, and they just pull up out of the way. Has like a sunroof kind of deal in the front or on the top, so you can open that up and you get plenty of light in there. So that's kind of a nice feature. The other thing I like, which is one of the things I liked about the other tent, is it's got that darkening, whatever they call it, that it just doesn't let the light in. And I like that because if you want the light to come in, you can just, you know, just have your screens up there and the light will come in. And if you don't, you can zip those all down and it keeps the light out so you can sleep a little longer if you want to. So that's one of the things I do like. Oh, I guess one of the other things that I like too about it, which I did talk about in another video, is the weight of it. I think on their website it says it weighs 125 pounds, which is a big bonus because it keeps the weight down on top of the vehicle, which is one of the things I wanted to do, so that when I am running it up there, which probably most of the time we run it, it'd be some in the winter, and there might be some other trips too, but when I have my turtleback, a lot of times I'll probably take that. But that's one of the things that's another thing I really liked, is just the weight. It's not super heavy. Even with that little bit of weight up there, you can still feel it a little bit. It's not terrible, but you hit the bumps where it rocks you a little bit and you can feel there's a little weight up there. Not terrible, but it is noticeable. So the heavier you get, then I'm guessing the more you're going to notice it. So, but anyway, that's kind of some of my first impressions. I'm really happy with it so far. I think that they call it a 4-season tent, and I think it's going to work really good. One of the things they have that I might try down the way is they have insulation that goes on the inside that you can put in there to kind of help keep warm. But anyway, I'm looking forward to getting out and using it more and having some adventures. And hopefully you'll hit the subscribe button and come along. But so anyway, I'm going to leave it at that, and I'll probably do a review on it after I've used it for quite a while. I've had more time, but I just wanted to kind of give some first impressions, my first thoughts on it. My first thoughts are good. At this point, I'm not seeing anything I don't like. It is a little smaller than my other one, but for me, it's great. So if you need a little more room, it is a little smaller, but then you could always go just to the 3.0 rather than the Mini. But other than that, you know, I like it so far. Like I said, we'll give it some time, but those are my first impressions. We'll see you on the next one.